What's up guys, Destiny here, and I'm bringing you another Bloons TD5 video. I left off at the glue gunner, so now I'm going to show you the other ones. So I will wait until I find the map with water to show you this one, but until I show you these two, I'll wait until I find a water map, but until then I can show you the others. Okay, so now we have the monkey ace. Now this is a unique tower because it's not actually based on the floor. The actual tower itself that does damage is flying around, and you can set different flight paths. So now it's on figure of 8. You can do the infinity, as I like to call it, or you can just do a normal circle. Okay, so the first upgrade we have on the left is rapid fire. So what it does is it means it shoots darts more often. So I send out some reds, it fires quite quickly. However, if I add a different one, just left it as it is, this is firing almost twice as quickly, more often. Now, next upgrade we have is sharper darts. So now they can pop 8 balloons each. So if I send out 2 blues, as you can tell, they're not very accurate though. It's not the only problem, only real thing wrong with these towers. But yeah, apart from that. However, this next upgrade actually helps with that because it's never mistargeting. So that stick out and pop the balloons intelligently. So now if I send out 5 greens, the darts seek and destroy. So they're going for the balloons. And then last we have the Spectre, Flying Fortress of Bloon Doom. So it looks like that. So now if I just spawn in a lot of reds, and you can see it's quite powerful. Blues, not even getting on the screen. Greens, they got on the screen, and then they left. Yellows, okay. Pinks, easy. Leads, oh yeah, no sweat. Alright, how about rainbows? Alright, how about rainbows? Oh yes, easily. Ceramics? Oh. Alright, you did quite well. Moab. Let's see how he deals with a Moab. One Moab. So how far it gets. And it got to the 3rd corner. To the 3rd corner. Alright. So those are all the upgrades on the left hand side for the monkey ace. He is a very powerful tower when he wants to be. Now on the right hand side, the first upgrade is the pineapple present. It drops an exploding pineapple every 3 seconds. So I just spawn balloons in, just a couple, just drop one, and it'll just every 3 seconds, it doesn't matter where it is, it's just going to drop one. So you can't rely on it really. So next one is spy plane. It allows monkey ace to hit camo balloons, so that can come in handy. So if I spawn in some reds, camo reds, this will keep firing. Compared to if it stops, I tell you what, let's just quickly get a ring of fire just to get rid of those. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you what I mean. So I'm going to just get a normal tower, no upgrades, camo reds. Still fires apparently. Okay. But if you notice, the darts are not popping. Even though they're going straight through it, they're not popping. However, if I bought the spy plane and the darts hit, see? They're now popping. Okay, so next one on the right hand side is Operation Dartstorm. So this turns it into what looks like a stealth bomber. I do quite like it. So what it means is it just fires a lot more out in a bigger circle. So if there's lots of balloons going around at the same time, so I just hold down one here to spawn in a lot of reds. It's quite good at taking out groups of that. So the penetrating effect of the, it's good. It's good for taking out groups of balloons. Really, that's probably all it's good for. And the next one is Ground Zero. Drops a single bomb. So it drops a bomb. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spawn in 3 Moabs, couple of ceramics, those, and those. So that's a lot of balloons. So boom, one click, they're all gone. So this is very handy late game. Right, so next up we have the Super Monkey. Now this guy is very expensive. He costs $3,500 and each of his upgrades is very expensive. However, he more than makes up for it with his upgrades. So the first upgrade we have on the left hand side is laser blasts. So I'm going to show you the basic monkey. I'll show you what he does, how fast he fires. So again, I'm holding on 1. And as you can see, he fires quite quickly. Going up against pinks, they're getting past. However, he does fire extremely quickly. So the first guy is laser blast. It turns the darts into, well, lasers like Cyclops from the X-Men. So you can destroy things better now. So if I spawn in the pinks again, they're not getting past that corner. Blacks. The blacks got past. So lasers, single one of these by itself. It's good against pinks, but blacks, it will need help. So next one is the plasma blast. So as you can see, it turns the monkey purple, the eye color purple, and it's even more powerful again. So can it take care of pinks? Of course it can. It's plasma. Can it take care of blacks? Of course it can. It's plasma. Whites? Of course it can. Leads? Oh, they're breaking through. You caught that though. Right, zebras. So he does against zebras. Nice. Okay, so the next upgrade is the Sun God. So he looks quite cool and he is extremely powerful. So as you can see, zebras, quite a few got through. So if I spawn in some zebras now, they're not getting past that corner. Spawned in some rainbows. Right now I'm just hitting every single number on my keyboard, just to try and show you how powerful this thing is. So you can see no matter what type of balloon it is, it can pop it. It can even pop a Moab. Just this little thing by itself can pop a Moab. Gone. Moab has been melted. But the next upgrade is the most important. It costs 100,000 monkey dollars, and it's the Temple of the Monkey God. So it demands sacrifices. So the more sacrifices you give it, the more powerful it is, if you will. But your basic temple kind of looks like that. It has a very long range, and with the 2 of the upgrades on the right, it can cover the entire map just from this little spot here. So if I spawn in a Moab, just basic simple Moab, this is going to get melted all of it. BFB, the big fucking balloon. Don't forget, you will have other towers. I'm just showing you what each one does. So by itself, it can take care of a Moab, a BFB, and 4 Moabs. It can take care of a Oh My God. 1 Oh My God. And a couple of reds, why not? But the reds get melted. So let's see how he does against a Oh My God. so far is not looking good. So, oh my god, it's taking 2 corners. Approaching the third. Oh, he's got, now you can see some damage done to him. Now you can see he's got some damage on him. He's still going though. He's in the third corner, he's coming up to the fourth. He's at the fourth corner. More damage done, but not enough to kill it yet. Fifth corner. Just in the fifth corner. This does not look good. It's coming up to the sixth. And it's still not destroyed. But it nearly is now. You can tell by the wonky look on it. The nose, that means it's nearly destroyed. It's really, well, it's close. Can't get any closer to it being destroyed, really. When it looks like that, that's when you know it's about to die. So, still going. Here we go. And now there's, oh my god, it's gone. Except now he has to deal with 5 BFBs. 4 BFBs. And if you remember, inside each BFB is 4 Moabs. So, how they do? No, that would be considered a fail. They all made it through. So 1 temple, not very good. I'm in the middle of a video. Shh. Sorry about that. Anyway, so if I get 1 more temple right there, and I get 1 more temple by here. Now let's see how well the BFB actually does. There's, oh my god, let's see how far this oh my god gets with 3 temples of the monkey god. So it's taking damage before it even hit the first turn. It's taking visible damage. It's in the second phase. That was my little sister yawning, sorry about that. And coming up to the third turn, and there's, oh my god, it's dead. Now comes the Moabs. Moabs are melted BFBs. And the BFBs are melted and the Moabs were melted. So you can tell these ones are quite powerful. So, second tier, I'm going to get 3 more to show you again. 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. So, second side, right hand side. So first you have super range, which just increases his range more, and the same with epic range. So I get those on all of them. So as you can see, epic range with 1 in the middle covers nearly the entire map. So then, the third one is Robo Monkey. And the reason I haven't described the other 2 is because it's basically just a range increase, that's all it does. So, third upgrade is Robo Monkey. So, and boom. That's what it looks like. So, if I spawn out a couple of reds, as you can see, because I haven't got the other upgrades, he's only spawning out darts, he's only shooting darts. If I got the others as well, they'd be shooting those. Anyway, the last upgrade is the most important upgrade, especially for Moab popping power. And that is the technological terror. So it costs 25,000, so it is cheaper than a temple. So that's what it looks like. So if I send out a Moab, 1 Moab, that's it. So if I get the same for these, and I send out 1 Moab, it's melted before I can get to the first corner. 3 Moabs, all melted. BFB. Or BFB's melted, and same with the Moab. The Moab's gone. So, oh my god, can it beat the temple? I do believe it will. So it's coming up to the first corner. So he's showing signs of damage. It's on the second phase. Third phase. Now, with a technological tower, it has an ability. So if I click that, what it does is it destroys all balloons within a short radius of the tower, completely and utterly. And it does 1,000 damage to Moab class balloons. So I've just spawned in 4 oh my gods. We're going to wait. And we're going to see how well they do. I'll wait for them to get closer. Now, and they're gone, and now, and they're gone. So I just took care of 4 oh my god using just 2 abilities. The only problem with the technological terror is against normal balloons, it doesn't work that well. You need other towers. But apart from that, it is a very, very strong Moab popper. Okay, so next we have the wizard. Quite possibly one of my favourites. So his first upgrade on the left is intense magic. So his first attack, just simple basic attack. So once I get intense magic and I start sending balloons in, as you can see, they're bigger and they change colours. Purple, blue, yellow. So it gives him more popping power really for balloons. Right, so next upgrade on that is lightning bolt. So this is what makes the wizard so damn terrifying. So if you notice, he took care of a massive group of greens all by himself. He didn't need anyone else. Same with yellows, all because of the lightning. All because of lightning. So next upgrade is summon whirlwind. So what this does is it blows all balloons off the path and back to the beginning. Doesn't matter where they are, they will blow them all the way back to the beginning of the path. Because it's a bad thing, I'm just holding down yellows. Can get a bit trippy though. But it can do its job. So next up is, of course, my favourite. It is the Tempest Tornado. So it does exactly the same as Summon Whirlwind, but it's more powerful. So you can tell having a couple of these guys at the front can really help. Okay, so next up we have the right hand side. So first off we have Fireball. So all it does is it gives it a bit of an explosion, if you will, which against low level blues is really handy. So next up is Monkey Sense. So it allows it to see camo balloons. So now if I send in a couple of camo greens, get the lightning, send in some camo blues, some camo greens and some camo reds, pop them all. Okay, so next up we have Dragon's Breath. So now instead of normal magic, it spews out, as you can possibly tell. Spews out fire instead. So I'm trying to get a good example of it just spewing out constant fire. Unfortunately, this game is just, oh crap, I pressed the wrong button. It's just a ton of Moabs. My bad, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, let's try this again. Let's just send out a crap ton of rainbows. See, all it does is just throw fireballs. So the next one is Summon Phoenix. So it just looks like that, but you get an ability to summon a phoenix, and the phoenix just flies on in a circle and just blasts fire at everything it sees. So wizards are very, very powerful late game. They were what I would recommend you use if you go in late game. So next we have Monkey Village. Now this is a support tower. This doesn't really do anything, unless you get a certain specific upgrade, it can't attack. But the first upgrade is Monkey Beacon. So what this does is it increases the range of all towers. So if I went there, you can see it's quite a big range. However, as soon as I move it away, the range decreases. Increase, decrease, increase, decrease. That's about all that one does. Next one is Jungle Drums. So their attack rate now is increased. So if I went there, put on just load of those, see, he's already quite fast. And if I just put another one there, he's faster. He's throwing them a lot faster than he is. Yeah, that's just an example. So the third one is Monkey Town. All balloons popped within the radius of the Monkey Town get 50% more cash. So now, within that range there, any balloons popped will give you more money. So this is good, like early game, like so you can get more money. Late game, not so much. If you want to go late game, I would suggest banana farms, but they're up next. Now, next one is a high energy beacon. It costs 12,000. So it reduces the cooldown of all abilities in the tower, but it also adds a laser beam to the top. It can pop balloons. That's what I said. Like, this is the only tower which doesn't really have any like balloon popping power. It can pop yellows in one shot. It can pop pinks in one shot. Blacks 2 shots. Whites 2 shots. Leads 3 shots, I would say. Zebras 3, 5. How well does it do against a Moab? This is what I've always wanted to test. Oh wow, melted. I'm honestly surprised at that. I did not think it would get melted. Wow, I am impressed. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so that is the 4-0 Monkey Town. Next up now, we have the right hand side. So first on the right hand side we have Monkey Fort. This increases the popping power of all towers. So if for example I had the basic 0-0 Dart Monkey, instead of being able to only pop 1 balloon, it would be able to pop 2 instead of 1. Next up we have Radar Scanner. So it allows all towers within this radius to be able to target camo balloons. So I will put a cannon which cannot detect camos there, and then I will put another one there. So as you can see, they're both quite far away from each other. So if I just spawn in a group of reds, this cannon's not doing anything. However, this cannon is. So this can come in handy if you have any towers that can't see camos. I would suggest immediately, as soon as you can, get in the at least 2-0 or 2-1, 0-2 or 1-2 Monkey Village. But next up is the Monkey Intelligence Bureau. So now this allows them to pop all types of balloons. All types. So you've already seen this. Already seen what this thing can do. So if I spawn in one of these, doesn't really do much because it's, well, crap. So let's try again with fully maxed 4-2 cluster bomb. No? Ah well, you know what I mean. So next one is MIB Call to Arms. So it's an ability. It doubles the attack speed and popping power of all nearby towers for 10 seconds. So if for example I had some 3-2 Dart Monkeys, so only 3, and then I spawned in just 5 loads and loads of pinks, and then I hit the ability and just spawned in more pinks. They're throwing faster immediately, but then they stop because the ability ran out. But these guys are really powerful. So as you can see, the village is mainly a support base. It helps the others out, but it's not really. It's okay late game, but by then you should have had enough of the defense set up. So last one for this video is the banana farm. Now I can't stress how important one of these are, especially if you want to go late game on any Bloons game. So first up on the left we have more bananas. So this goes 6 bananas instead of 4 each round. So if I just spawn in 1 red, and that's it. This one grows bananas and it gives you $40 every time, and they only do 4. So now if I click it, and press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I spawn 6 instead. So this can get you a lot of money. So now it goes 13 bananas each round. So if I just send 1, I just collect 13 bananas. Same again. I kept up. I'm a legend. Okay, so next up on the left is Banana Republic. So this generates 25 bananas each round instead. So I'll send out 1 red again. And as you can see, that just gave me a lot of money. It's not going to show up on the right because I am in sandbox, but it gave me a lot of money. So I'm a couple of these, just sorted, you're golden. But the most best one is the banana research facility. So it produces 10 boxes of bananas every round, and each box is worth 200 cash. So you're getting 2 grand a round of one of these. And that's just one. If you have multiple banana farms on the run and you can get all of them up to banana research facility, you're laughing. You're rolling in the money. Right, so next up is the other side. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to move that one actually to let's put it there. Okay, so first off on the right we have long life bananas. So now it has 10 seconds instead of it has 20 seconds instead of 10. So that means then while you're busy trying to plant towers and all that, they're going to last longer for you to collect, so they're not going to disappear as quick. So that can come in handy. Next one is valuable bananas. So each banana or box of bananas is worth 50% more. So if you remember, just off that I get $20 just off these. However, if I get that upgrade, kill that, and spawn one more in, I actually get $30 now instead. Same with if I got it for my thing, which I just did, send one in, now I'm getting $300 a round. So I'm getting 3,000 instead of 2,000 every round, just from that one upgrade. So next one is Monkey Bank. So it generates 450 cash each round, which gets stored. It earns 10% interest each round and holds up to 5,000 cash, and you can withdraw at any time. So by getting that, as you can see, there's nothing in there because it says collect balance. So if I just equip that, press 1, put that there, press 1, put that there, press 1, just keep doing this a little bit just to show you. I'm gonna get rid of that because it's annoying. So press 1. So now if I check back on it, the balance is at 5,000, so I can collect that now, and I'll be £5,000 richer. But the next one is the Banana Investments Advisory. So each round generates 1,000 each round, and it is 20% interest on uncollected funds. So you can withdraw it at any time, and it can hold up to 20,000. So right now there's 0, so I'll do it again. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that should be 10 rounds, and there's 20,000 in there. So as you can see, it can come in handy if you have it far out of the way and you're too busy clicking things to actually go over and collect your bananas. But yeah, not a lot of people use it. And if you are planning on getting it, I would go for the 0.4 banana plant then, instead of the 2.4 that I just went for. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope it was very informative. I will catch you all next time. Adios, amigos.